Sagittarius, welcome to your reading for the week. Let's see what is coming towards you right now. What's changing for you? I feel like you should be feeling some sort of relief. Maybe the beginning of the month was a little bit challenging, but now things are actually starting to unfold for you. And that's weird. I just pulled up the Temperance card as the overall energy. Things are starting to come back into a balance for you right now. And maybe things have been testing your patience lately, right? And over the next week or so, this could be where you're just feeling a little bit more calm, a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more optimistic this week. And so this can be areas in your life where have been really challenging for you. You may start to notice that situations that at one point may have felt unbearable are starting to ease up, and you're starting to notice that you're able to breathe a little bit more. All right. And I do have the Queen of Wands underneath that. So it looks like you've been kind of mustering through and, trying to keep yourself together, moving forward. It's like staying in alignment with your true vision here and not giving up is one of the biggest things right now, especially if your outside circumstances are proven otherwise, right? You have the bull around you, and the bull is like the determination, the drive, the steadiness, the ability to just keep on going, even when things are out of balance, even if people around you are pulling you out of a balance, right? So this energy here is saying that your persistence, your energy has actually pushed you through a really tough time. And now it seems like you're really getting ready to see things come into fruition. So you're all over your reading so far. So this is Sag coming back into their power. So this week, Ace of Wands, all right? This can tell me that this week could be a start of a lot of new things happening for you. Sparks flying, people taking initiative, you feeling inspired to take action towards something that is new and something that feels good. So this would tell me to be prepared for things to happen where you might meet somebody new. You might have a new idea. Doorways are opening with the aces, right? Things that can really inspire you and feeling really, really good about this new energy. So you can see that you've already gone through maybe a week of closure, a week of some things ending for you, and maybe a couple weeks here. Things have been kind of like finally, like you just know that things are coming to an end, and it feels like, can it just be over already, or can we just start something new? And this is where the ace is coming in this week, showing you that there is a new energy, there is a new start. This is a good week to initiate conversation if you're in a good place, maybe reigniting a relationship, bringing life back to something. Maybe you'll be feeling a little bit more creative about your approaches to situations this week. All right. So there's the Death card here. So it does feel like you've gone through a lot of transformation here. You've maybe had to let go of some things in your life. There's a point where you just know something, and this Death card, has been showing up repeatedly for the collective for me over the past couple of weeks. And it's just like, you can't fight what you know. You just, and sometimes if you're around people or situations and they're just not willing to let go of their perspective or let go of the situation or the way things are, once somebody has to just decide to say, I'm outgrown this. You've outgrown something. And it's too much work to try and hang on to something that seems like it's already played its role in your life, right? Now, this doesn't mean that you've got to walk away and give up on everything that's going on in your life, all right? But this does show that you are evolving from a situation. You're just looking at things differently. Things may not bother you so much. It's like, I'm over it, right? It either is or it isn't. It's going to happen or not. And so this kind of energy here actually brings some sort of relief. It's like you can finally, let go of something that you've been holding on to so tightly and just, be good with what it is. And then this is where the change really happens for you, because this isn't psychological death. It's like, something has really, drug you out for a while. And you're just like, when this happens, you level up. you level up and there's no going back. And if nobody wants to go with you, then they will eventually just kind of, you'll lose interest. You'll lose interest. So you don't have to worry about grieving a loss here. You probably have been doing this for a long time. You probably have been aware of something that's been changing in your life for a long time. And it's just, you've been trying to find all the ways to keep it together. You've been the glue in situations. You've been trying to, even, people in your life trying to keep it together, or, and it's like you've done everything you can. So this energy is more of a relief for you. It's like you don't, like I said, you don't have to walk away from all these things, but you outgrow them naturally, so that you've already processed everything. And now it's just, people either have to catch up with you or you're moving on. And you can see that with this energy here. It's like you really are, it seems like you're ready for things to be in a balance in your life. You're tired of getting pulled out of alignment in all different directions. So this week is going to be, it seems like a very great energy for you, of really letting go and just chilling and being like, you know what, if you don't want to follow my vibe, that's it. I'm laying down the law here. All right. So the challenges you might have, the Three of Pentacles, all right? Not everybody's going to be on the same page as you, and I've already just kind of discussed that. It's like you're figuring out who truly supports you, who's really on the same team as you. And for some of you, you may have been given all you have, really supportive of people, generous of your energy. You have a lot of skills, a lot of things that you bring to the table, and maybe they're not always being honored, fully with the people that are around you. Now, this can be the support system that you have around you. It's like when they need you, you're there, but when you need them, they're not, right? The kind of energy. So that can be challenging. And so an example could be this week, people that rely on you, it may start to feel a lot heavier. It may feel like, a lot of people coming at you once and you're having to fix everything, or, maybe you're realizing your friends are out of balance or your relationship is out of balance. Like you're always the one that is stepping up to the plate, always the one willing to be a team player, always the one willing to figure out a solution, always willing to give a helping hand. So the challenge for you is going to be not doing that, not going against, if you have no energy to do it, or if somebody, and this is love too, if somebody is just not willing to play by the rules or participate, and they're making things too difficult for you, this week it's going to be hard for you to really tolerate that. You're going to be like, I'd rather do it by myself than try to, do everything for everybody. It's just, we're not getting anywhere. We keep going around in circles. Just when you start to see, improvement, it seems like it goes back a step, And so this week, people may challenge you. Your friend group may challenge you. Your relationships may challenge you. And, the opportunity here, though, this is going to be where it's hard, It's like you've outgrown something. So the opportunity for you is to spark things up, speak the truth, which you are very good at, right? Trying to figure out who's really on your team, who's not on your team. And who really is, maybe somebody needs to be called out. Maybe you do need to set things straight and say, I'm just, I need you here on the same page, right? I want to work things out. I want this to work, right? There is a possibility here with this card here that's being like, you can make this work. All right. But it's going to be challenging depending on the person or the people that you have been associating with. If they are just not wanting to follow through, it's really going to be a challenge. But on the flip side of that, you could really find that by you just not repeating this situation with somebody and not allowing people or fixing everything for everybody, that they may show up for you. And this could be a really good week of finding out who's truly on your team and who's not on your team. And remember, it's not going to be as painful because we're going into we're in Aries energy. This is Aries energy right here too. We're in this new vibe, right? We just, winter blues, all that bullshit, last year blues, all over. We are starting the new official Zodiac New Year, and we are all wanting something new, and we're starting to be like overwhelmed with the disappointment that's been in our lives. So if you're already grieved it, so if it's not working for you, it's going to be an easy easy way to just walk away from something. And that in itself is what's going to create change here in this situation. Somebody is going to feel the difference with you. They're going to feel like maybe there's no going back. Maybe, I've pushed it too far. Maybe I haven't been putting in the work. And that's where change happens. So remember, this is just a weekly reading. This energy happens. And when you always stand in your truth and you follow your higher self and what you really want, and don't go against your integrity, things will come into alignment for you. That's when it works out. That's when you created a boundary and people are going to line up with you and take you serious. So let's see what else this week. I see the Six of Cups. It's looking like somebody is longing to be with you this week. Somebody is missing you. Somebody is wanting to talk to you. This is always an amazing card. Always go back to the challenge though, right? I don't want to be the Debbie Downer here, but a lot of things, we want to forgive people quickly. We just want things to be in alignment, right? So it's easy to skirt over all the details, right? And all the small talk, and just get right to the point and just say we're going to forget and move forward. We just miss each other. We just love each other. We just want to be together. But we sort of skirt past what's really been going on and the problems. So there could be somebody here that really wants to meet up with you, somebody that a good chance for love to even form. So this is a soulmate energy, really good friend reaching out to you, the person on your mind reaching out to you. Maybe you're both feeling it, right? But this energy here is going to challenge this for you this week because, love and coming together always feels good. But if somebody doesn't follow through with their promises, you're getting weary of it. You're getting weary of it. And sometimes the hardest thing to do is, holding somebody accountable, and saying like, we need both of us here to make it work. Right. And this here is showing that with you outgrowing this situation and just, it looks as though somebody really sees you. So it's like with the Temperance card, it can go, we stay in alignment, things can unfold organically, we can find this love, we can work together, we can move forward this week, or we can continue. And if you feel like you're still pulling the weight, this is where nothing might change. And it's just going to be you trying to go fight against what you already know and what you can't unknow. All right. It doesn't stop the fact that you share a lot of memories with somebody, or there's an opportunity here for you to deepen your connection and reconcile with somebody. But I think the point here is that if somebody's trying to shove things under the rug and just move forward, and it's just another loop of broken promises, that's where it can be challenging for you. And to me, it feels like this whole month has been, you've already figured it out. Now it's just about standing in your truth. All right. So there is also a chance for some of you to meet with somebody this week. That energy is one of my favorite energies. I know we can take it and go in all kinds of fantasy ways, but to be honest with you, with this and the Three of Pentacles, this is where you know who truly loves you. This is where you know that even in some of the most difficult situations in a relationship, we can come together. We're not all perfect here, right? Relationships have challenges. It's just when we outgrow a situation and enough's enough, it doesn't mean the relationship's over. It just means that one of you is wanting change so bad that it either has to happen or it's one or the other. So it's a huge opportunity here for you to really see who's ready to stick it out with you. And I do see that you have a lot of support around you. So somebody does really value you, right? So always look at things from both sides here. You will figure out who's in it and who's not. I also see there's the Ten of Swords. So it feels like everything I've already said is coming to light. You've already processed the pain. You've already been betrayed in some ways. Maybe you've betrayed yourself in some ways by just allowing somebody to take advantage of your skills, of what you give, of what you bring, right? But this here tells me that that part's over now and things are actually cleared up and you're in more control than you may realize. And your influence in somebody somebody else to maybe see the change. There's no going back with the Death and the Ten of Swords. It's like, your soul can't handle so many letdowns, you know? It's like, it's going to be a hard decision this week. But to me, it feels like you've already processed. If somebody is leaving your life, you've already processed it. All right. And with that being said, I do want to note to you that if you have moved on from a situation already, all right, and it was hard for you, it was really hard for you, or you're feeling like you're going through that right now, the Ace of Wands is saying you're already ready for somebody new. You've already opened up your heart. There could be somebody around you, the Three of Pentacles here, that has been waiting for you to see them. That's the beauty of the Six of Cups. That's where it's like, where have I been putting all my energy? And now there's somebody here that's just been waiting on the sidelines for you to see them. And somebody here really could have deeper feelings for you than they've been letting on. So be aware of who you find around you this week, who is kind of knocking at your door or catching glimpses or just trying to ask where you're at or talking to friends about you, or who just shows up in your community around you and the places that you go, because it does seem like you're clearing away some energy and things are really starting to open up for you. So what does Spirit think you should focus on? And look at this, the King of Cups. So this tells me also there could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio that is in your energy right now as well. And this tells me here that you're longing, a lot of Scorpio energy coming through in your reading. You're longing for truth. You're longing for loyalty. You're longing for transparency. You're longing to just meld with somebody and deepen your emotional connection with people. And this is where this turning point this week is trying to get you in alignment with this and with the right person. And denying yourself that is blocking any situation from actually going to that depth, right? But this week is asking you to really get in tune with your feelings and your truth with this energy, because you're attracting somebody who is of depth and somebody who can bring you the depth that you're looking for in a relationship. All right, so you have a person around you, King of Cups. So let's look at Aries through Pisces real quick, and let's just see what I get if you are connected to a certain person and you are in no contact or very little contact with them. Let's see what the energy says about this. You know what I mean? Because this is going to be, it just feels like things are looking up for many of you. So I always ask you to expect the best in your situation. You know, it's our expectations that kind of guide us moving forward. But that also says don't go against your moral compass, you know. All right, look at that Ten of Swords here, Ten of Air. All right, so the most difficult part of your situation has already been, you've already passed it. All right, the Sun card rules this. It says, you know, the end of a difficult situation. Embrace the change that's coming in for you with that Death card too. And this, things are going to get better for you now. Is your message. Things are totally getting better for you right now. For the main reason is that you have outgrown something naturally. So Aries, I see the Moon card. So an Aries could be coming back around, but things could still be the same. All right. So you have to pay attention to what's going on within you, your emotions, your intuition, not so much your eyes or your ears or what they say, because people can say all kinds of shit. And right now, people just say shit and they don't even know if they're in alignment with it, right? Our actions, our feelings, and our mouths are just not in alignment. And it just feels like there's a lot of fears that hold you back with an Aries. Maybe you're afraid to move on because you may lose this situation. That's usually one of the biggest. But the Moon card says also, if you release the fears, you may find that you're actually releasing the biggest problem that you're having, which can also lead to better communication and a better relationship with your Aries. But staying in their cycles just to keep the connection alive is burning you out, and you're learning, you're also not trusting them, right? So the Moon card can say they're coming back around out of no contact, or maybe, you know, but things are still a little blurry there. So you want to kind of dive a little deeper and see what's going on. Taurus, I see the Strength card, right? So I do see possibility of forgiveness coming in. This can be taking a different approach, them trying to open up. There seems to be a bond between the two of you, but it's going to take a lot of strength for you, because if they have hurt you, or there's a lot of judgments in this relationship, and you're just, it's hard for you to trust this person or believe this person. This could bring in break no contact, but it also can create another block at the same time, especially if it's hard for you to forgive a Taurus. Gemini, I see 4 of Pentacles. So this here is telling me that you're dealing with 2 things. You're dealing with somebody here that's very kind of stubborn and cautious and won't give in, right? It just feels like they're stuck in their ways, but at the same time, it's like still there's something there between the two of you. To be honest with you, with this card, it says they're not letting go of you, but at the same time, the more you hold on, the more they know you're staying, the more stubborn they become. So just think about that. It's like if you let go and walked away, you may take away the security that they have with you. They may feel some sense of security with you, that they know you're going to be there. All right. So you take away that life, what do you call it? Life boat. I don't know. I'll say boat, lake boat, right? They have nowhere to go. And so then they have to open up and figure out what they really want, right? So Cancer, I see Page of Swords. So they may reach out to you. It could still be challenging between the two of you. There seems to be miscommunication a lot. It's like they may say things and just be blunt, or you may say things and you guys may trigger each other. And it just seems like they make plans or delays. There's always delays. There's always communication issues. So if you've been dealing with that with them, I can see it still coming back in. Try not to get pulled into their drama or the things that they're saying or react to what they're saying. It seems like you're dealing with somebody that may say things irresponsibly or even try to trigger you at time, and sometimes it's not consciously, right? But you guys may be used to triggering each other. If it's just you waiting for them to reach out to you, it looks like they will. They just they always delay, and they're always changing their plans again. So this is a kind of an inconsistent energy with your Cancer. Leo, 8 of Swords. There's just, it doesn't feel like they're taking action with this card. It feels like there's a lot of negative energy. They can't seem to get out of their head, out of their ass, or whatever. And, they may make excuses, a lot of excuses to you. They may be pointing fingers. They could be projecting onto you. It could be vice versa. It does seem like a little bit of a headache right now. So even though Leo might be very important to you and you guys may reconcile, right now it's showing that the energy that they're in or they're showing up in is showing a big fat headache. If you're trying to reconcile with this energy, you may not get through to them and they may just trigger you. Virgo, 4 Swords. So I am still seeing a little bit more time. Give it a little bit more time. Virgo is sort of taking a break. It's just, this is allowing more time to make a decision. These are very important times, the 4 Swords. One of the most important cards, I think, when it comes to communication. A lot of us we need communication right away to feel better, because it feels so uncomfortable not to. And we want people to just step up and be mature, and it's like, or just reach out. But sometimes the most valuable information comes when somebody has a break and is silent and really has time to think. And that's when healing happens. And this is what could be happening here. So give it a little bit more time with a Virgo. Libra, the Chariot card. So this is good. This tells me, they're having the strength, the willpower to push through and come back, and they could be returning, and things could actually be better than they were before. This kind of tells me with this reading, I was just saying, don't be afraid to throw down some boundaries. Don't be afraid of losing somebody. Being afraid of losing somebody, it keeps us in relationship patterns that are unhealthy. If we're not afraid to lose them, they will step up, right? So this is showing here that a Libra here coming back in, maybe things will actually start rolling forward and looking more optimistic. Scorpio, the Sun card. So here's your Scorpio, and I'm a Scorpio, bringing you some love, right? This is that Sun card after that 10 of Swords. So difficult time over with the Scorpio. Maybe it's time to really see things differently. You're getting some clarity. Maybe there's more light shining on the situation now. Maybe you and Scorpio will start to express your true feelings to one another. But this is a really good card, and it starts off as friendship again, right? And so if there was, or both of you guys have been dealing with some sort of separation or no contact because somebody else is going through something, this tells me that the air is clear now. Things are starting to look good, and it looks like the energy around Scorpio is, I really just want to let go of some of this negative energy. I'm looking for something new. I want to be happy. So it looks like you and Scorpio may be sharing some good times together. Sagittarius, Page of Fire. All right. You're showing up as the Queen of Wands, though. All right. So Sag. All right. News of exciting, flirting, new dating, maybe somebody coming into your life, a fire sign. So there is potential here for some exciting playfulness coming your way, meeting somebody, feeling like the fire's back up, right? That Ace of Swords, right? Feeling like things are going good. So this could be you and another Sag too, just really flirting, really having fun times together, really talking about things. You have the Six of Cups. You guys really do know how to get each other going. And so it is starting off as a page again, though. So you may get these flirty, lusty messages, just, I know you, but at the same time, take it slow and see where it goes. But it does look like it's fun energy, Sag, that's coming in with you. All right, Capricorn, Knight of Water, very emotional energy with a Capricorn. All right, Six of Cups here. They really want to find some sort of solution or connection with you. Maybe emotions have been running high between the two of you, but they're in love. It seems like they're falling in love, and there may be an invitation this week to go somewhere. Right, so I do see breaking contact here with a Capricorn. Aquarius, Eight of Cups. All right, so Aquarius has a desire to move on. They maybe they're a runner, maybe you're moving on from an Aquarius. They need more time to figure out what their path is, what they want, what they're doing. All right, and so it does seem like they're just choosing to kind of figure themselves out right now. So you may not hear from your Aquarius right now. That doesn't mean that things can't come back around, just to let you know. But right now they are giving off an Eight of Cups, which is, I just need time to myself. We need to move on past something. Pisces, King of Air, right? So awesome energy, speaking their mind, opening up communication, being honest with you. Maybe they've had time to really figure things out. So it does seem like things coming into balance with you and the Pisces this week, them stepping up and being honest about their intentions. And that's a good thing, right? So if you're still with me, I'll do a yes or no bonus for you, and then I will be doing Capricorn next. So if you guys just come hang out with me, I am live today. Yes, I am. And I will also be in membership later on today if you want to check that out. Let's see. Yes or no to your question. So think of your question. You have the Page of Swords showing up here. So there does look like it's a no for your question on your mind. Sorry about that. We are in Gemini moon right now. So there could be a lot of noise going on, a lot of, questions, a lot of questions that have no answers. There could be some delayed messages right now, but this to me feels like you're getting the clarity that you're looking for. All right, so somebody could be planning on reaching out. This is also think before you speak. Try not to assume what you're thinking is true. Assumptions can really get the best of us right now. You might fall in that trap of assuming something and then react from that place and then find out that you were totally wrong about a situation. And then you have to do the cleanup after that. So this is just a kind of an energy to just rethink before you respond. All right. So I love you guys. And look at the lovers underneath. Love you. And I will see you guys soon. Take care.